Good evening, everyone. If you can hear me, please indicate with an emoji. If you're here and you can hear me, indicate with an emoji. We're waiting for the rest of the others to join up. If you're here, excuse me, if you're here, please indicate with an emoji. Use the chat window and say something. Let me see you if you're here. We're about 4 people here, and I know that the number of persons that indicated interest for this review session, there are more than 4. Okay, welcome Victoria, welcome Patience. I want to see more people. Okay, we are 5 now. Okay, let's give a little bit more time, please. As you come, please show your presence with an emoji on using the chat window. So far, I can only see 2 people. I can only see 2 expressions on the chat window. That is Victoria, Ezekiel, and Patience. Please, the other people here, show yourself. Let me just see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to be as snappy as possible, and I hope you have your laptops here and your pen as well and paper. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting. All right. Um, just about 7 people on this call. Okay, Amina, you're welcome. I was thinking with the amount of people that requested for this, that would have more people here, but it's okay. We are just about 7 on this call, on this live chat. All right. I think the 7 people that are here are the people that are interested to kickstart or to do this work. So I'll just carry on with the people that are present. All right. Okay, this is the question that we have before us. It's the Power BI assignment. This is the Power BI assignment that we have before us. All right, and the objective is to practice how to import data, data cleaning, visualization, and generation of insights in Power BI with the sample sales data that we have been given. The objective of this assignment is for us to know how to import data, clean data, visualize data, and generate insights from data that we have been given. Now, a data has been given to us, and this data consists of an order ID. How many columns? We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. I hope everybody can hear me. I hope everybody here can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, indicate with an emoji. If you can hear me, let me see your chat. Let me see your hello, hi, your emoji. Use the chat window. Okay, Victoria, you can hear me. Please, other people, if you can hear me, use the chat window. All right, thank you. But it's not only Victoria and Patience that are in this session. The other ones, please. I have about 9 people here. Okay. So we have this data set that has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. All right, thank you, Amina. You can hear me. All right, thank you. 8 columns, and we from this data we can see the product demographics and a little bit about the customer demographics. We have the product demo more, because when we talk about product demographics, we are talking about things that describe the product. We have the order ID of the product, we have the date the products were ordered, we have what product it is, the quantity of this product, and the unit price of these products and the sales amount. And then the customer demographics, just all we know about the customer is just customer's name, and probably the region where the customer got this products from. All right, that is basically what we know from this data as regards the customer. All right, now going forward, the part A of this question of the assignment said we should import the sales data into our Power BI environment, inspect the data for missing values or duplicate rows and clean them, and then we should create a calculated column, which is profit equals sales amount multiplied by 0.2. We already have the profit margin given to us as 0.2. So it's expected that for every product that was sold in this market, in this store, in whatever it is that this data was brought out from, every product that was sold here, the profit that they had was a 20% profit, which is 0.2. All right, I expect that all of us here, we know how to import data, we know how to clean data, so we are not going to spend so much time in trying to teach how to import data, clean data, and the rest of that. I expect that we must have done that. But anyway, I'll throw a little bit light on the third question in part A of this assignment, which is creating a calculated column. I don't know if any of us, it's an assignment, so I would want us to understand that we need to do this assignment, but all the same I will explain it. All right, they said I'll show us how to create this calculated column now, but I'll explain what this means in the sales amount. Okay, they said create a calculated column where profit, which is profit equal to sales amount times 0.2 margin. Firstly, we have to understand that the sales amount here is the collection of the unit price and the quantity. The sales amount is when they added or when they multiplied the unit price and the quantity, it gave us the sales amount, but not the unit price, not the actual price or the cost price for that product. Okay, the sales amount, let me take it again. The sales amount is meaning how much those products were sold. How much those products were sold is a combination of the unit price, which is the price when you go to supermarkets. Every product, for something like a shopping mall, there is a price that is written on every product that is there. There is a price that is written on every product that is there. So that price, which we know is not the actual price, that is it is not how do I explain? Okay, it is not the actual price that product was bought. Whoever that placed that product on the shelf has got his or her own profit in it, right? So the sales amount here is the price that product was placed on the shelf multiplied by the quantity that each person is buying. The cost price wasn't given to us. Yeah, for those of us that did economics or statistics and the rest of that, this would make more sense. All right, there's cost price. There is cost price for every product. That is how much each product, like the cost price that how much the product was bought. All right, people that have what do you call it, stores and the rest of that will understand this well. But I'm just trying to explain the sales amount, what it includes. So they've already done the multiplication in the sales amount multiplied by the profit that they have gained already. Remember, I used an illustration. Sales amount, the amount that is written on that product when it is placed on the shelf, multiply the amount by the quantity that was bought. Now, the amount that is written on that product that is on the shelf, they've already added their profit to that amount. Okay, so that total amount plus the profit multiplied by the quantity that was sold, that is what gives us the sales amount. So now, that is why they say you should calculate the profit, which is 20% or 0.2 of whatever the sales amount is. Okay, you use a calculated column to do that. Okay, let me just quickly run it through for us. I didn't want to do this number 3 before. Let me get my data. You go to get data. I think this is an Excel file. I think it's on my downloads. Let's look for it, where it is. I want to be very quick with this. Let me look for the data. It's a sales data. Maybe it's not an Excel file. I've not looked at it. Let's see if it's a CSV file. I'll go to my downloads here and let's search for it. It's a sales data. Okay, this is it. I'll bring it in and let's allow it to load. Okay, that's loaded. Close and apply. I'm not doing any data cleaning today. To assume that we have cleaned our data. Okay, now to work to bring in a calculated column. How do we go about it? All right, you go to the, first of all, a calculated column is just a new column that is added to a table using a formula. That is, this formula is known as a DAX expression. We call it data analysis expression. I take that again. A calculated column is a new column. A calculated column is a new column that you are bringing in to your table using a formula that is known as DAX. The meaning of DAX is data analytics expression. And to do this, to insert this new column, we go to our table. This is our report view. Go to our table view. All right, and then you go to the data tab. Let's go to home. You can see new column here, but let's go to home. All right, and then to your table view. You can, from here, you can add the new column. All right, you can go to table tools, and from there as well go to here. Yes, click on this, or you can go to this place and click on new column. We want to add a new column. Remember, I said it is with formula. You're going to use formula to do that. So we want to know the profit that was made. Every of the profit has to be 20, has to have a margin of 20% or 0.2. Our profit is sales. On our sales data, we want to talk about the sales amount. We were given our sales amount. Look at it, then multiplied by 0.2. Multiplied by 0.2. And then you press enter. Now this is our profit. All right, the unit price is 300, and 3 times 4, remember I said the sales amount is the calculation of the unit price and the number of quantity of products that was bought per person. All right, this lady from the north bought phone about 4, and the unit price for each of these products is 300. Okay, the amount that this phone was placed on the shelf is 300 for one. 300 times 4 is 1,200. Now if you check for 20% profit on this 1,200, it will give you 240. Same with this one, same with this. All this 5,400, the 20% profit of this, is this. All right, or 0.2%, whatever the percentage it is, however you want to multiply it. If you want to multiply 1,200 by 0.2, it will give you 240. If you want to divide it by 20 over 100, it will still give you 240. So this is just 20% or 0.2 profit margin on all the products that was bought. Do you guys understand? Any question? Do you understand? Because I want to move into the second part of what we have to do. Do you understand? You can use the chat window to give me your response. Thank you, Victoria. I want to hear from the others. Do you guys understand this? Is it just Victoria that is in this class? I have Amina, I have Dorcas, I have Body, I have Patience. Guys, please respond so that I would know if you all are following. Do you guys understand me? Should I carry on? Should I carry on? Okay, thank you, Amina. Thank you. All right. Okay, so we face the second part of this assignment, which I think is where most of you are having serious challenge. All right. I just want to believe that everybody else in this call is following. I just want to believe that everybody else, apart from Amina, apart from Victoria, I just want to believe that every other person on this call is following. Okay. For the second part of this, which the question is what? Let's see what the question is again. I've been asked to create a date table and relate it to the other table, and then when you are done doing that, you build the following DAX measures: the total sales, the total profit, the average order, and the year-to-date sales. Okay, it is very important for us to know that I intentionally stretched this assignment to this point, because it's of no use that you go through the course and you learn, but you don't know the core things that surrounds data cleaning, data analysis in using Power BI. In some cases, you might be lucky. All you need to do is just to clean the data, take away duplicates, take away errors and all that. But in some other cases where you are asked to create measures, like the first one that we did, it's not it is an integral part. It is very essential. It is a great skill for time intelligence if you are working as a data analyst, to know how to model, to know how to use DAX expressions in to know how to use DAX expressions when you are analyzing data, because most of the times you might need to work on formulas, you might need to generate things, you might need to create another table from the table that you've been given, you might need to create some relationships. By the way, when we talk about modeling, what we simply mean is creating relationships or a relationship with the data that you have. Like the question that we are to answer here, they said create a data table and relate it to the other table. All right, create a data table and relate it to the other table. That is relationship. They want you to model. There is need for you to model. All right, so we're going to quickly jump into it, and then I did this. I stretched this much so that when you're done with this, you can beat your chest fully that you're a data analyst, right? And then you can pick on questions. It's to boost our confidence, it's to boost our morale, to say that indeed I did something that is very tasking. As much as I had wanted that, probably you guys would have done it by yourselves, but then a lot of probably you might not know where to, all right, or how to start, but it's fine. So we will talk about things here. We'll talk about things like year to day. Maybe you might see something like MOM, that is months of months, or months over months rather, and the rest of the others. I think from the assignment, what they need for us to find is our year to day sales. All right, and the formula is already there looking at us. So we'll generate the date table very shortly. Okay, so for this to happen, we'll go back to our Power BI. All right, we have created the profits. That is the last question in part A. Then the second question is, hey, to create the date table, we have various methods that can be used, but the most recommended one is to use DAX. You can do this on your Power Query editor, but it is longer and more confusing. So the most recommended one is your DAX, using DAX, that is data analytics expressions. All right, anywhere, anytime, data analytics expressions are always recommended when you want to run some formulas or when you want to do some modeling. So you go to your modeling tab. This is your model view. This one that looks like relationship is your model view. You click on it, allow it to load. You can see the sales table that we already have, and when you click on this, you go to new table. Let's search for new table. We have new measure, we have new column, we have new table. You click on new table. All right, now the formula bar would show. Remember what we want to find, what we want to create is, the question said we should create a table, a date table, and relate it with the sales table that we have. So we call this date table, DATA. I'm literally doing this so that we understand the concepts around this. Yeah, this is the date table. All right, now the date table is the title, and we start with add columns. Once you click on A, watch this formula very closely. Don't cram formulas, just watch the formula. We'll take it step by step. It's okay to ask AI if you are in doubt of the formula, if you cannot understand the formula, or if you miss a place or a point in the formula. But it's equally important, it's equally very important that you understand the formula, so that when AI gives you an answer that is not correct, you will know when something is correct and when something is not correct. All right, so we have add columns, right? After that, you talk about calendar, because it has to do it. What we are dealing with here is a table that has dates, so the calendar must be called in. We click on our calendar, and then the dates that we want the calendar to have, this date, and from our sales data, the information there happened from 2020. It happened in the year 2023, from January to December. All right, so we have 2023. If you have your own, if you have a data that and they require that you create a date table, and on your sales data or on the data that you have, the date in it spans from 1900 to 2026 that we are in. You start from the last year to the, like, that 1900 January 1 to 2026 December 31st, so that everything that you would do would accommodate everything that you want to do, every date that you want to generate, every information would be accommodated in the date table that you're creating. Now this is 2023 1. This means 2023 January 1. Look at this: year, month, and day. Year, month, and day. When we are done, we close this and put a comma. All right, and then we continue. Another date. All right, another date, so that we can contain everything. 2023 December 31. The data spans from 1st of January to 31st of December 2023. All right, that's why we have this here. We close this with double braces, and then we have added our calendar. The next for us to do is to bring in our year. Remember, this is a calendar, and a calendar has year, it has month, it has a calendar has year, it has quarter, it has month, it has days as well. So depending on what you want. All right, on this data, on this date table, we will have year, we will have month, and we will accommodate quarter. If you want to put in your days, it is still the same process. Okay, after this, the next is comma. We bring in our year, create a column with the name year, create a column with the name year. All right, and then we write our year formula. We write our year formula, year, which is a keyword, year, open bracket, square bracket, dates, the dates that would be in the year. All right, you close this, bring in this date, means this particular one, then comma. We bring in our month. All right, the next one would be our month. I need to close this. I opened bracket here. I need to close it as well. You just have to be careful so that you don't make any comma, any full stop that you don't put would give you an error. So we bring in our month, month, or the month's name, whichever. If you want, okay, let's say the month's name. This is a column. We'll have a column that answers month's name. All right, comma, and the format that is going to take is, we'll call format, the format that the month's name, we want the month's name to be written in full. So the format is going to take, bring in date again, date, all right, comma, and the actual format is we want the month's name to be written in full. That is why we have If we want the month's name not to be written in full, we would, if we want like January to be written as JAN, you can just remove one M and leave it with 3. All right, pay rapt attention, guys. This formula, if you can screen grab and study it, it will be very useful to you. Okay, you close this, comma. The next one that we want to put is another column. We want to have another column that bears month number. All right, another column with the name month number, comma. Then the formula that will give rise to that would be month. All right, and then we put in the date again, because all of these things, the date has to be there. All right, and then we close this again, comma, and then the quarter, we have another column that should be, the name would be quarter, right, RTER, that's quarter, comma, Q, that is indicating that this is a quarter, and then ampersand, you put an ampersand, and in computing we call it ampersand. All right, then format, the format that the should take, format here, F4, the format that it should take is date. I want value, format, local name. Okay, let me come. Should be dates, yeah. Normally format should be dates. I don't know why this thing keeps coming out. Sorry. Should be small letter date. Should be a small letter date. Let me go. Format. All right. Should be square brackets. Okay. Date. Then you close this. Oh, comma. This. You don't need to cram this formula. Just understand how it works. You can always at every time go to maybe your AI to help you, right? Just understand how it works. For those of you that are not seeing so clearly, probably it's just are you using a phone? If you're using a phone, increase the size of your screen and then zoom it in. If you're using a phone, you may not see this very well. All right, if you're using a phone, so just increase the size of your screen and zoom it in. I'll still drop the formula on I don't know what group that you are in, Mr. Solomon. I don't know the group that you are in, so probably I'll just drop it, and then your course directors would just, your team leads would just send it to the various teams, right? But if I know your team, I will drop it directly. The formula, I will drop a screenshot of the formula on your team. Now, when you are done this way, you press enter. We have created a date table. This formula, let me go over it. Let me go over this formula. First one is a date table. That is the name of the table that we want to create. Date table. And we are going to be adding columns to this table. Remember, we are creating a table, and what makes a table is the columns and the rows. We are going to be adding columns to this table. Okay, Mr. Solomon, I will drop it on group 4, or I will give it to your team lead, Shelter. But either ways, I will drop it. You will get it. You will get the formula. All right. Now just pay attention. Let me explain this formula. Let's pay attention. Let me explain the formula so that you understand. Even if you're copying, you know what you're copying. All right. Copying is okay. It's allowed. But what is not allowed is not for you not to understand. Okay. Now, add columns. You are expected to create a table, and inside that table you add columns to it. This is a date table, and obviously it should bear a calendar. That is why we have calendar and the date, the date, which consists of the year, the month, and the year, and the year, the month, and the day. All right. So inside the calendar we have dates, and the first date consists of when the information in your data started and when it ended, so that anything that you want to do will be accommodated. Hence, we have January 1 to December 31st. Now, we have created this first calendar. The first one is calendar. Now, we create another column called year. This formula, year bracket date, is what connects this string. If you remember, I taught you guys, or on that video, you guys, anything that has quotation mark attached to it is a string, right? So this formula connects this string to this calendar. It is what tells this calendar that this year, please attach anything about year under this string. It makes this string active. That is what this formula here is doing. The next one is month name. I have another column known as month name. Please let it take the formula let it take the format this date connects this string, which is month name, to this calendar. And please telling it, please, I want the names in the month. I want the names in the month to be complete. That is why we have 4 M's. And I only use M because I'm talking about month. If I were talking about date, the same process. Here, instead of writing month name, I'll write day name or something, or days. I'll just put it as days, and I'll write format, date. I could use DDDD. All right. I could use any alphabet, but then it's safe that you use what each whatever you're talking about stands for. So if I were talking about days, I could use the same thing. If I use 3, it will write January as JAN, February as FEB, and the rest of that, right? If I use something like 2, each of these things represents something. If I use something like 2, it will now give me January as 01, February as 02. Instead of writing the name, it will now give me the number. But what we want is the name, so we have this. Now, the month number, this formula, month date, is what connects this string to this thing. Same with this quarter. All right. So when you look at this, you understand what is happening here. Then, if you carry this formula, you keep it somewhere. Any day, any time that you are working on something similar that requires that you use DAX, All right, you remember that you've done something like this. Even if you forget, once you bring it in, because you have a good understanding of how or what is happening here, you will not just copy formula from the internet or from your AI, right? You would know, okay, this is this, this is that, and then when you make a mistake, you know exactly where to go to correct that mistake. Do we understand, guys? I need your feedback. You can use the chat window again. If you do, we understand? Should I carry on? I'm waiting for your response. Okay, thank you. All right. So thank you, Dami, and thank you, Mercy. All right. So we proceed. We have created this, but remember, they all they need from us is to create a relationship between this table and the other table. Yes, we have created a table. All right. Oh, we'll see what. Okay, Solomon, you're asking for recording. Well, let's see. I didn't record, but I said it, I wasn't going to record this session. But the other thing that can happen is, if when we are done, if YouTube sends back, it can stay on the channel for like 24 hours. The best I can do is, when it drops, I can give you the link before it disappears. Yeah, so that you can download it. That's it. So that you can download it before it will disappear after 24 hours. Okay, sorry. Get back to this. We now have two tables here. We have the sales table, and we have the data table. Now, next thing for us to do, we need to mark this table as a date table. Okay. All right. Okay. No problem, guys. I will see how to go about it. Okay. Let's continue. So we need to mark this table as a date table. So we go to modeling. We're already there. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Let's take this in. We have the sales table already, and then this is our date table. I went back to this table view, click on mark as date table. I left this place, I went back to here, clicked on this date table, and went to mark as date table. We are trying to create a relationship here. All right, you click on this, you turn it on. All right, all of them, I think all of them should be marked as date table. Okay, date, and then you save it. So it automatically, this functions as a date table. If you take this to the internet, it will acknowledge it as a date table. I just clicked on this, I went to table view. Some more recent BIs will have it as would have it as a model view or something. Whatever the case is, just the table view, and then go to mark as date table, click on it and mark the date table, and then save. You have automatically made it this helps Power BI to recognize it as an official calendar for time intelligence. This is no longer just like you have finished creating and launched it to the internet. So it is established that this is an official table, and that whatever events that happened here happened sometime in history. All right, that is that. So we want to relate this table now to the sales table. All right, these two tables. Now we go to here, the model view, and what two things can we see? Because this is order table, and this table too, it has date in it, and this order date, every date inside this is contained inside this date. So the best thing that we can do is, or what you need to do, this order date and this date, they can create a relationship. They can model. We can build a model from the two of them. The order dates represents all the dates that people came to buy things. All the dates that people came to buy things from the store. And this date contains all the dates that events took place in this data. So we can create a relationship here. What do you need to do? You just drag this to this order date, and the relationship we are creating here is one to many. Don't touch anything, just click on save. We have created a relationship. Modeling, you hear modeling everywhere. This is the modeling. Modeling is about creating relationships. It's not that we can have more than one relationships in 2 or 3 tables, but for this one we have just one. All right, which is the order date and the date. The columns that gave us this relationship is the order date and the date. Simple. These are the columns that gave us this relationship. This relationship line that appeared is always one to many. This is one to many because it's just one relation, one model in one relationship, but it connects to many other things that we have here. All right, do we understand this, guys? Do we understand, guys? Right, so I think we are good. So this is I think this is where the problem is. Yes, okay, Solomon says he understands. So I think this is where the problem is. The next thing that we are asked to do here is very easy. All right, I've done the major part of it, that is creating a date table and relating it to the other table. I'm building. So the next thing for you to do is to build the following DAX measures. All right, they said build measure and not build a measure. They did not say new column and all that. Total sales, which is sum of sales amount, total profit, sales. The formula has already been given to you. Then year to date sales, which is what? Total sales on year to date sales, that is the total sales on the sales table multiplied by the date. This is just the formula. All right, if you want to create dummy, I'm gonna say you can. Okay, shit. Dummy, what's the problem? Okay, I'll go over it again. I'll go over it again. Here, the other date contains, okay, the other, guys, if you go through it again, you would understand everything bit by bit. The other dates here, they said we should, the question said, look at the question, it says, when you must have finished doing anything, then create a relationship and relate it to the other date. And on the other date, we have all the information as regards date. Yeah? Oh, okay. Look at the other dates. Look at our sales data here. And on the other dates, we have March 23rd, January 18, and all that. They say relate this date table to the other dates. Create a relationship. Model it. Model that. Create a relationship between this table and this table. Let there be something that will link these two tables together. Create a relationship, model these two data. And from all these columns that we have here we have customer name, order dates, order ID, product, and all that. Here we have dates, month name, month number, quarter, and year. The only thing that we can use to create a relationship here is the date. Here, remember the formula. We created a calendar date that started from January 1 to December 31st, which means it accommodated every activity that happened in the year 2023, which is the year that this data was created. All right, so the best column that we can use to create a relationship here is just this date table, this date column, rather, this particular one that contains from January 1 to 31st. All I did was just to drag this. I just dragged this to this other date to date. I just drag, hold and drag, something like just hold and drag. If there is another one now, I'll just hold and drag, drag it to wherever it is that you want to keep it. I dragged date to other dates, and this relationship was created. That's all, guys. Do you understand it now? Guys, do you understand? Waiting for our responses. Okay, Dami says okay. All right. Amina, how about you? Okay, Victoria. All right. I already, Solomon, I already said I was, before it's taken away, I will send you guys the link so that you can download it. Yeah. Don't worry, you get the link so you can download it and revise. All right. So the other thing that you need to do is, they said create a measure. Here, I'm not going to do that for you guys, or I'm just going to show you what to do. Create a measure. Just click on this column. All right. You click on this column. The other questions that you need to answer, the formulas are already there. These other ones are cheap. Build the following DAX measures. Just click on this one. If you click on this new measure here, it will bring out a formula bar for you. And what you put in for the total sales, you just type sum. And then once you put sales, you won't even finish writing. This particular thing will pop up. You you click it and press enter. It will calculate the total sum by itself. Same thing here, same, just follow this formula that you have here and you will get your answers. If but I don't expect that there should be more issues here, but just in case there is, I would just you reach out to your team lead, and I would write out the formula and just send it across to you guys. And then the part C, please start creating your visuals, your bar chart. I already told you guys what you're going to use to represent each of those things, your bar chart, line chart, and all that. Start creating your visuals. And when you create your visuals, I say it again, post it to visibility does a lot. Let people know what you're doing. Post it. You can tag me if you wish, then I will repost it for visibility sake. But I ask you can tag me. Dami says she can't hear anything. Can you guys hear me? When you create your visuals, please post it online. Don't hoard your work. It doesn't pay. It has never paid anybody. So guys, when you are done, don't be shy. Nobody got it 100% on the first day. Guys, can you hear me? Dami said she can't hear anybody. Please, can you guys hear me? Okay. Since Victoria is hearing me, so that means, so guys, I am itching to see your visuals. Dami, I think it's just you. You can go out and come back in, because Victoria says she's hearing me. Who else? Is there someone else that can hear me? Hello guys, I'm waiting for your response. Hello. All right. So I think the rest of the assignments you guys can pull through, right? You guys can pull through the rest of the assignments, right? The other ones, they are quite easy. I need your response. Is it okay for us to wrap it up here? It's an assignment. I'm not expected to do all of it for you guys. Please, guys, I need to hear from you. You guys can pull through the rest of the other ones, right? Guys, respond. Or can you not hear me? And guys, if you can subscribe to the channel so that it can do more and reach out to more people, that would be nice. Hello, are we all here? Hello guys. Okay. Thank you, Solomon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. So, please, guys, please, you guys can do this. You guys can do this. I believe in you. You guys can do this. You guys can do this. Before you go, everyone, please subscribe to the channel so that it can reach more people. Thank you very much. If you do so, I'll be grateful. Thank you, guys. I believe in you guys. I believe in you guys. You guys can do this. What is remaining here is just a little thing, but if there is an issue, I will still step in. But I believe that you guys can do this. You got this. Okay, guys, you got this. Okay, all right. So it's okay for us to wrap it up here, right? Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you. It means a lot. It means that you guys are truly interested. For yeah, you got this patience. You got this. I know you guys can pull through. And showing up means that it's important to you and you want to make progress. So please, please and please and please, if there is another issue, I would equally show up. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. Thank you. Before you go, please subscribe to the channel. Before you go. Na small challenge. I love your faith. I love your faith, Solomon. Na small challenge. Yes, so na small challenge. Yes, I love that drive. It's not a big deal. Okay? It's not a big deal. If you pull through this, you can beat your chest that you're a data analyst anywhere, any day. You can analyze anything. Yeah, just having a good understanding and you pull through. So push it, guys, push it. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you, Patience. Thank you, Shelter. Thank you, Solomon. Thank you, Happiness. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you. Who else do I have here? There are some other ones that didn't want to talk. Amina, Mercy, Buddy, Dami. All right. Cecil, right. Jessica. I didn't hear so much from some of you guys, but then I appreciate your presence. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Any question? Do you guys have any question? Because I want to wrap this up here. I need to jump into something else. Guys, do this channel a favor and subscribe so that it can reach to others. It does not bite. It's just one button. Just click on it. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Shelter. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Patience. Thank you. Do well to subscribe before you go. Thank you. All right. Okay, bye-bye, guys. I want to end the live session now.